Now we'll go with the motherboard because it's the simplest one. Okay. So because ROM, I want to tell about not only a ROM, BIOS settings, because a lot of post, this kind of stuff you have to tell. Okay. That's why I'm going to motherboard directly. What is a motherboard? Motherboard is a PCB, a circuit board. That's it. Okay. But all the computer components we are connecting to, all computer components here connected to motherboard only. CPU, RAM, hard disk, and all. Either on the motherboard or maybe to the motherboard, like through wires or connectors we are connecting. Okay, so different type of slots components are there, like a LAN connector, all kind of stuff is there. Like we can see, this is how motherboard is look like. Just before I showed one motherboard in earlier, so you can see that motherboard. If you Here it is. Yeah, this is also a motherboard. Okay, if you see, this is a CPU socket. Like you have to pull this lever and insert the CPU and then lock the CPU. Okay, it is AMD type of motherboard only, supporting for AMD kind of stuff. Okay, these are the RAM slots. If you see, these are a RAM slot. The black one is tall one is RAM slot. And if you see the corner with there is a some lot of connectors are there, no? Pins kind of stuff. This one after RAM slot, this corner one, so that is SMPS power connector to motherboard, 24 pin connector, 24 pin connector, 24 pin connector. So this is AGP slot, means if you want to insert graphic card, if you want to insert a graphic card, you can insert into the graphic card. So then outside it will show that one. The new motherboards also having a lighting structure. See, you can see this yellow lines is nothing but a lights only, LED pass it will shows. I think last time I have a motherboard that also having a three or four LEDs are there somewhere corner. I think this is the LEDs. Okay, okay. In the next to the chip. So there's in this corner I can see small LEDs. If you don't see now also, okay. Yes. Each LED indicates what is the problem. Like you are didn't insert a CPU or CPU damage, RAM damage, or maybe RAM is not inserted, no graphics, or graphic card is not inserted. So that is kind of uh, indication is there nowadays. Okay. Initially, I don't understand because I know very old type of motherboards. I don't know the new motherboard. Last year, I purchased a new motherboard. I got confused at that. Okay, so I didn't get a display. I thought I connected it wrong, or maybe motherboard or or a CPU something is damaged. So finally, find it is not a problem. The problem is graphic card. Okay, so I inserted a graphic card, but the CPU don't have any memory. Uh, Means video memory, nothing, zero memory. So I compulsory use a graphic card. No graphic card, no display type. Okay, yeah, if you see this thing. Exactly, like if you see there is a PCE X4 SATA V, and there is a small socket type M.2 socket 3. You know which socket it is for a SSDs, NVMe type of SSDs. Okay, and this is I think combination of North Bridge and South Bridge. These are a hard disk SATA port connectors, and these are a front panel connectors, USB connectors, front panel only connectors, and these are the back panel connectors. If you see, this is a 4 pin connector is there, so that is for a ATX 12 volts for a mother processor purpose, for a processor connector, SMPS to processor. Okay, so and there are a lot of chips for audio chips, LAN chips, for display purpose, like that. These are the chips are there. So here is a back side of the motherboard. So you can see PS by 2 ports for a keyboard and mouse. Still, some motherboards having a PS by 2, some are not having. Some are they're now at least providing one. Okay, so VGA port for a monitor, normal regular monitor connection, HDMI port. What is the difference between blue color USB and black color USB? Anyone? The blue color is there here, and this is the black color. 2.0 and 3.0. Very good, very good. So the black one is 2.0 and 3.0 USB means blue color. It is there. LAN connector. If you want to connect a, LAN to regular LAN cable connector, this is a LAN connector. So look at that one clearly. And this is a 8 channel means whatever the name it is. So this is the three for a one for a mic, one for a speaker, one for a line in, means like if you have electrical guitar kind of stuff, you can connect it. Okay, so this is the back panel connections. So all connections are going through motherboard only. So either it is a CPU, RAM, or maybe you are connecting a power supply, or a graphic card you are connecting, or maybe you are connecting a hard disk, CD-ROM. Okay, so everything is connected through only. Even you are connecting your front panel connections, that is also same thing. Yeah, where it is. Okay, these are a see USB connections, front panel connections also same connected to here only. So this NVMe to board. So this is a SSD directly on motherboard also we can able to connect it. Okay, DDRAM slots. Okay. So this is about your motherboard, how it is look like. Okay, different slots connections are there. This is how we can able to insert a ram slots, and we can insert a rams. Okay, the back panel connections, different ports we are connected to back panel. So if you see the 15 pin connector with the 3 rows, that is a normal VGA connector, normal monitor connector only. Okay, normal monitor connector. If you see 9 pin D type shape connection, D shape connection, that is called a serial port. If you see 25 pin, it is a parallel port. Okay, North bridge, south bridge. Nowadays, most of motherboards are integrate both north bridge and south bridge. Very simply say, both are chips on your motherboard. North bridge chip will take care of communication between RAM and processor. RAM and processor. South bridge is another chip which make communication between all other peripherals. All other peripheral means your keyboard, mouse, monitor, ROM, hard disk, okay, CD-ROM. So from that devices to your RAM, so it will communicate. Okay, north bridge, south bridge. Okay, so north bridge is actually near to your processor. South bridge is little bit aside from the processor. Already I told, nowadays the new type of motherboards mostly they are integrated both north bridge and south bridge to reduce the space and performance also. Okay, these are hard disk connectors all there. So if you see on a motherboard, you can see the yeah. So can you say again about what uh, these are nothing but a chips on a motherboard. Okay, if you see this motherboard, you can't find two separate chips. But if you see this NVMe at the red color line, so if you see there is a some chip with a heat sink on it. So that is a integration of both north bridge and south bridge. We'll go to like straight one. Okay, so I will tell simple. This is the RAM and this is the processor. So RAM send a data and instruction to processor. Processor send a data and instruction to RAM to for storage, right? When these are communicating each other, who will take care of that one? North bridge usually located in this side only. Okay, these are new type of motherboards. So you have motherboard to motherboard, little bit changes are there. Okay, but north bridge will take care of communication between CPU and RAM. Okay, south bridge will take care of communication between, normally this side south bridge will be there. It is take care of communication between all other peripherals. All other means your ROM is there, graphic card is there, hard disk is there, CD-ROM is there, like that. So we have a lot of devices, keyboard, mouse, connectors. So all other devices are communicating through south bridge to your CPU. So means again CPU to CPU won't directly communicate, no. So they're communicating through again north bridge, RAM, like that. Okay, so that is the thing. Usually, as a old motherboards, if you see the old motherboards, north bridge is located. I will show you the old motherboard. At least you can find something in here. Uh, it is also showing like a integrated type only. It's a 61 means little older. Not particularly it is not showing. It is showing only one chip only. It is also 61. Maybe like this. It is there. This is the, so this is maybe a south bridge, and this is the north bridge. How I know this is the north bridge, which is near to the processor, and as well as it has a heat sink on it. South bridge don't have a heat sink because it won't match faster. Not required fast and heavy data loading is not there on a south bridge. But on north bridge, a lot of data load is there because it is interact with the RAM and processor. Okay, so that is about your RAM and processor. Okay, on motherboard you can have a different type of connections. Some are for a connecting hard disk or CD-ROM. So using IDE connectors means if you see the big 40 pin connector, that is a IDE type of connectors. If you see this orange type of connector, so that is SATA type of connectors. So different type of connectors. Just will see that's it, pictures only. This is your CMOS battery. Lot of people think this battery made up of CMOS thing, but CMOS means complementary metal oxide semiconductor field effective transistor. Simply say, battery is not a transistor and not a semiconductor material. Battery is made up of lithium. This battery made up of lithium, but this battery we call it as a CMOS battery. Why? Because of it support our ROM chip. The voltage level and current levels of this CMOS chip is enough supply to our CMOS chips. That's why we call that one as a CMOS battery. Okay, lot of people think that this battery made up of CMOS. It is a semiconductor material like that. No, it's not like that. CMOS means complementary. It meaning is MOSFETs, two types, NMOS, PMOS. Combination of NMOS and CMOS we call it as a CMOS. N plus P equal to C. Okay, so don't worry about that one. So anyway, I will go. Maybe if possible, I will tell in a thing. Okay, in a BIOS. That's why. So this is about your mainly motherboard. Next, this is SMPS, switch mode power supply. Switch mode power supply. So different type of connectors from the SMPS. Nowadays we have a different type of connectors also coming, because this is showing ATX 20 pins, but currently 24 pins. Currently 24 pins plus additionally for CPU extra pins also there. Okay. So here it is. So new type. I'm typing new type, and also you have to verify. Okay, na? In a Google, if you search something, it shows new one. Okay, new one, but it is a 10 years old back. Okay, so don't worry that one. So new type of thing is like a, if you see ATX, there is no AT kind of stuff. Okay, ATX is 24 pin connector, big connector, and additionally there is a 6 pin. Of course, 4 pin is a volt type. 4 pin extra pins are there, or 6 pin, or 8 pin extra for CPU. Okay, for CPU extra connected, not, it won't connect it to CPU directly, it connected to motherboard only. But there is a motherboard, and your SMPS must be, you have to verify properly. Okay, so don't buy randomly, so you must buy SMPS properly. So if you see any SMPS here, the last time I want to buy one more computer, that's why I put everything in cart, but I didn't buy again. Okay, see, it is not showing clearly the pins, but if you look at here, so how many pins you are getting? So dual 4 pin CPU connector, it means 8 pin connector, so 2 pins. For example, if you are connecting to old style motherboard, so 4 pins only there, but new style motherboard 8 pins are there extra. Okay, so on a motherboard. Okay, so you can see that motherboards also separate. This is the old one, so this is a CPU, and somewhere you will find extra socket for like this. So you can see that one, uh, motherboard, CPU fan, sys fan, okay, system fan, CPU fan. So there is a 4 pin connector is there, the black one, means whole type one. Okay, so that is for CPU 4 pin connector. But if you go to the new type of motherboards, okay, so go to any new motherboard. So this is my new motherboard anyway. Okay, so this is also having some 4 pin. Sometimes we have a so dedicated 8 pins, so yeah, you must verify with your motherboard. Okay, so compulsory check it. So based on that you have to purchase SMPS. Yeah, SMPS details are very less, but I will add some more details here only, because I'm not giving much notes on a notepad. So what are we covered? Please go through once, and what we didn't cover also better to go once if you have a time. Okay, SMPS happen to this. Okay, so about SMPS, so switch mode power supply, what it will do, our household power supply. So how much is our household power supply? Anyone knows? 220 volts. Yes, very good. Okay, so I will adding direct of one slide, so then it is better, we don't get confused. Okay, so our household means direct main power supply, because these are very basic things. Still, some people don't know, so that's it. And it is a AC type of power supply. It is AC means alternate current, and AC means alternate. It means plus and minus kind of stuff. Okay, so here it is. It is having a frequency 50 hertz frequency compulsory. It is like a sine wave. Okay, the wave is like a sine wave. So what is sine wave? You better to go in a mathematics only. Okay, so if you want to see the sine wave, or you can, I can draw the sine wave also. uh, Draw with the touch, ink test, drawing a roller. drawing. You will see nothing, no drawing here. Okay, it is a sine wave. Search in Google or anything. Or I can show you here now. Waste. Okay, so this is, we'll try like this. This is the sine wave. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay, this is correct. Draw with a pencil or a pen, something. Okay. Sine wave means why? Why it is not drawing? Draw, I said no. Draw, draw. Yeah. Why it is not showing again now? Okay, that is a sine wave. This is a worst wave. This is not coming. So mine is, this is better. This is a sine wave. Okay, it alters plus minus kind of stuff. That is a AC sine wave, 50 hertz frequency. Okay, next one is DC. DC means direct current. DC means direct current, no changes, no alternating. Plus 5 means plus 5 only, it won't, no minus 5 kind of stuff. Minus 5 means minus 5 only, plus 12 means plus 12 only. So this is a DC, this is a DC wave, this is AC wave, like this. Okay, so very simple. Now our SMPS, our electronic devices do not understand, no sorry, not understanding, won't work with the AC supply, like your mobile phone, not with AC supply. We need a charger to charge your battery. Okay, then battery will give DC supply. So SMPS convert convert AC to DC, convert AC to DC, direct current. Okay, no frequency. DC means no frequency. So what are the voltages? We'll get it here. So we'll see. So plus 12 volts. Okay, so DC voltages. So I'm not mentioning anything because it's a DC only. Okay, and plus 5 volts. Okay, because different devices require a different type of supplies. Okay, and plus 3.3 volts. Okay, and G and D, ground. So refer to the ground. So ground usually in a black in color. So 12 volts is a yellow color wise. Plus 12 volts is a yellow color wise. Plus 5 volts is a red color wise. Okay. So usually by wire also we can identify, but you have to better verify the list. Okay. We are not doing any hardware troubleshooting here. That's why I'm not going to hardware troubleshooting thing here. But these are the power supply. Next, every SMPS has every SMPS has a wattage or VA. It means example 450 watts or a 550 VA, like this. Okay, either watts wise or feet wise. So you have to select. You have to select. You have to select which SMPS is suitable for your needs. Okay, so if you see, this is my SMPS already. I've opened, I think so. Okay, see, this is the 500. Okay, so you can better to verify. So how much wattage is, how many voltages, you can also see from this list. Okay, and when I build a computer, so total consumption, so how to keep in mind. So total consumption of my processor, RAM, motherboard, connected devices, hard disk, SSDs, like that. Okay, so I have to verify, and I have to based on that sum up, and what is the wattages. I have to choose wisely, have to choose properly. So better is always 500 to 600 is a commonly for anyone. So very old days they are using a 250, 300 watts, 400 watts kind of stuff. But nowadays because of gaming is also increases, right? Like you are using a graphic cards, more power consumption. So compulsory for a graphic card you must use a proper SMPS. Okay, see this is the 550 watts, so compulsory check the watts. Okay, every SMPS has a wattage rating is there, so I'm not didn't add, so if you don't understand just leave it. Okay, so this is about your SMPS. SMPS connectors also there. I'm so how to show you that one connectors, it is not showing properly. SMPS connections, images. Okay, see here it is. So 20 plus 4 are a 24 pin connector. You can see 24 pin connector. CPU 4 plus 4 pin connector, 8 pin connector. Floppy disk pin connector. This is the PCIe, means like if you have a separate graphic card for separate power supply, you need it for your graphic card kind of stuff, or any adapter you need it. So then you can able to give the power supply. That is 6 plus 2 pin connector or 6 connector. Some cards are having 6, some are having 6 plus 2. Um, this is the for a hard disk, PATA type of hard disk, and this is the SATA type of hard disk. Okay, so yeah, whatever. No, 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 no. I need. Okay, separate now. So this is want to move to the down. Okay, so like this. Okay, so that is a SATA power supply. This is for PATA hard disk or CD-RAM power supply, motherboard, main pin connector. Also you can view from here. So any other connectors, like how they will insert is a volt style connector. This is inside of SMPS. Okay, so one of my student damaged my one SMPS. Okay, by selecting a wrong button. So we removed, yeah, this is the power supply, each color coding, each pin, each color. So you can get it from here also. Okay, this is for converters. These are a 8 pin to 6 to 8 pin connector, and this is like this. Okay, yellow means festival, red means like this. You can see here it's quite easy. Okay, so guys, this is about your power supply. Uh, okay, so see, all PPTs are made up of again 15 members only. Why people are keep dropping? Okay, so whatsoever it may be, guys. So that's it. Your motherboard and SMPS. Tomorrow we'll see um, BIOS and a hard disk, and then what is operating system and boot processing. So tomorrow, Thursday, right? So tomorrow we'll look at that one.